Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, Blue Ranger, Dragon Scorch, and Red Ranger Spin Saw. So these are, again, some of the first Super Ninja Steel toys we've seen in a while. These are literally the only thing on my Target shelf today. They were resetting, and I was just so excited to find something new. And I was kind of interested in checking these out. Well, let's go ahead and get started, but before I do, Easter egg, if you look at the thumbnail real close, you can see my tripod holding this up for the thumbnail picture because he will not stand on his own. I mean, I'm sure you can, but he's definitely top heavy. But now that we've talked about his top heaviness, let's get for the accent portion. Also, I'm using a black background. If you're a regular reviewer, you're probably not used to it. Let me know what you think. I had to get the black background for a different review that's upcoming, and I decided to just keep it on for this one to see what you think. I've had it for years, but anyway, that's not really the point of this review. The point of this review is these guys. Honestly, I don't really mind these guys. Look-wise, they're actually pretty cool. They're definitely not something from the show unless Super Steel's gonna really surprise us here in its second half. But basically, like, this part's not on it when you get it. It's just a standard figure. Same thing with this. Now he's naked. No, but this is kind of a fixed pose figure. Like, you can move this, you can move his ankles a little bit, you can move his arms. You can't move his head for some reason, but it's fixed in this pose. But let's talk about that in a second. I want to say I actually really dig this color scheme. I think this would have been a really cool quote-unquote power-up. It would have been super easy. It kind of looks like a night stealth mode. I think it would have been neat. I really don't know why they go ahead and make this cheap mold and do a whole separate mold for this. I just said mold like 15 times. But why not just have this come with a standard Ninja Steel figure, but then give it this black repaint? So it's kind of a variant. It gives kids and collectors enough reason to maybe buy it, and then you still get the fun of this, because like the back of the box advertises that, hey, the regular figures can hold this too. I don't know, I just really dig this design, and I probably would buy this just for the variant of the Red Ranger figure, just because I think the design looks cool. The paint's like, okay, like they got the helmet what they needed to, and this looks fine. Like, it's nothing to write home about, but it's like a midway point between the 5-inch figures and then the Terrible Cycle figures, so it gets the job done fine. But I just wanted to point out that I actually like that design. But yeah, these are separate when you get them. This is like the backpack. Blues attaches to him at least. This really just kind of is there because he just needs a pseudo, almost a turbine looking thing, jetpack looking thing, but you just attach it here. It can hold this if you can get it in there. That's what she said. And then, you know, this, snaps onto the side of his arm. Why is this so difficult? This is like the easiest toy. But it creates this kind of saw blade weapon. It also reminds me of, and maybe you too if you are a longtime PR fan, like I said, a longtime PR fan of the battle booster. Was it the battle boosters? The battle armor from Lightspeed Rescue. I'm a longtime PR fan that can't even remember the name of them. But you know, the leaf blower and the saw that Green and Blue Lightspeed Rescue got kind of reminds me of that. So when you get this on, I think it looks pretty cool. It's not bad, you know. And then you activate this gimmick here of basically the saw blades going to like come out and do like a, you know, saw blade activity. So let me I have to get it in the right angle so I can get pressure without moving the figure around. So, it's actually pretty neat. I mean, it's nothing too exciting, but it feels pretty satisfying. It looks pretty cool. I've got some enjoyment out of it. I'm sure kids will too. It's definitely neater than the way Dragons functions. Like, I think this looks fine, but I do overall prefer the way Blues looks. I think this looks really neat. I mean, they're clearly taking inspiration from the Blaze Zords, you know, just with the aesthetic here reminds me of it, and the general, like, orange clear plastic they're using. And that looks really good with the black background, guys. Damn, he looks good, son! But yeah, I think that would have been a cool gimmick. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be based off anything from the Blaze Zords, not that I can detect, because his is a Phoenix. His isn't even a dragon, but I think that could have been a cool theme, I guess, to capitalize on. Same thing with the figure. He's kind of got accents there. That could have been a cool tie into a power-up. I don't know. But on the back here, you got like these things which look like tanks for shooting the fire, and it looks really cool, and you can hold it down here and up here. So I think this one looks cooler. Like, it's a cool dragon cannon, and it's got a little trigger down here, so you do that. And that doesn't look uncool, but I just think the saw thing is a little bit more satisfying and creative. And again, same thing as I said with Red Ranger figure, I do dig the design of that. It's kind of like a halfway point, detail-wise, between the 5-inch figures, which actually have some effort put into them, and then the bike figures. But yeah, overall, These two are really nothing special to write home about. I'm sure collectors aren't really too interested in them because, you know, most collectors just prefer the in-show stuff. But I always have had a soft spot for the non-show stuff just because I thought it was neat to see what they come up with. And these certainly aren't the absolute best where I'm like, guys, you have to go out and get these right now. They're the best things. But I think they're neater than some of the other things in the Super Ninja Steel line and the Ninja Steel line. I think just one of the things I've liked the most that I could see, you know, displaying on my main shelves because they actually don't look too bad. They're just going to lean on each other because they're not strong. But yeah. But my main point is I think kids will like these, and if you're into this sort of thing, and you might see them later on sale, you know, maybe give them a chance. They don't look half bad, but there's certainly nothing amazing, you know, and the bar's set pretty low, but it is one of the things I've liked the most aesthetically out of this line, to be honest. Yeah, they're not terrible. Anyway, that's about it until next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, climb the steps and ring that bell to get more notifications for all my videos. Dawson Rider and the Leaning Brothers, signing out.